Today's pick a card. I'm so glad you're here. It's kind of a mystery when we come to the pick a cards in June because I never know exactly what it's going to be. I decided to let the cards pick themselves. And the theme is love and romance today because if there's one thing I find when summer comes, it's a lot more fun to have summer when you've got some companionship. I've picked out Doreen Virtue's Romance Angels to be our deck of the day. And now I'm just going to get the Palo Santo. Welcome, everyone. I'm so glad you're here. What is it, Romance Angels? What is the wisdom that you have for my dear friends today? What is it that you want for them to know? Okay. My Palo Santo is very shy today. It's very shy about catching fire. So I am feeling that there are people who are watching who have been burnt by love. They've been disappointed in the past and it's scorched their heart. And they don't want to be set on fire again. Even if you say the word smitten, they might be scared because they know that once they are smitten, they can lose their judgment. And sometimes that can keep you from love, the fear of being hurt. All right. So I'm just sensing today that as we just allow the divine to speak to our hearts when it comes to finding romance and love, that we would be open to receive, okay? Because really the romantic part of love, it does take this away from, now my Palo Santo keeps burning and won't burn out, so I have to put it over here so that it isn't going to pull away from the energy here. Okay, so let's take a look. What are going to be our cards today? We're going to do 3 piles. Hi, Peggy. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. And when you're receiving a collective reading, it's fun because you're not alone. Even though part of you may feel that you're the only person going through your issue, bottom line is no. There's at least one other human going through the exact same thing. And so when you're in a collective reading, what we'll do here, we're just going to draw our, oh, look at that. One of the cards is for, let me just close the, oh no, I won't need to. That's Murphy and Bella. One of the cards is flipped. So I just feel like, how can we ignore that? Pay attention to the red flags. So who knows why that card is flipped in my deck, but I believe that's a sign that there's some of you who are definitely questioning what's going on in your romantic life, and we're going to get some wisdom for you. Okay, and then our second pile, we'll just pick this one. And this one is free yourself. There's a good message. So pile number 2 from the Romance Angels, we'll have free yourself. And pile number 3. Let's see what that is. Murphy, shh. Attraction. Very interesting. Okay, Romance Angel messages. Pile 1, we have pay attention to the red flags. Pile 2, free yourself. And pile 3, attraction. And I'm just going to close the door here so that hopefully Murphy will calm himself. There. All right. Murphy. Okay, pile number 1, pay attention to the red flags. And then pile 2, free yourself. Pile 3, attraction. Wonderful. All righty. What is it that my friends need to know? What's with these red flags? What's going on? The signs are cautioning you. Okay, pile 1. What is this red flag about? Okay. All righty, let's draw the cards. What are these red flags about? Knight of Wands we have for you. Wow, things are moving fast, aren't they? Okay, so there's a woman who's divinely Canadian tarot, I think is her. Jamie, I love her. But she calls this the Rico Suave card, which always makes me laugh. It's like this energy, it's got player energy all over it, and these people, the players, whether it doesn't matter male or female, but the players come in with so much excitement, so much zzz. Can you feel it? Zzz. Okay. But there are red flags always if timing is rushed. Being rushed towards romance is not comfortable for some people. Some people have this sense of this, there's a judgment on it, that there's something inside of you that's judging your situation or it's judging the person. But it might be good, okay? It's so important that you don't turn a blind eye to the things that are very troubling to you. For example, one person I know fell in love with somebody and then found out that they smoked cigarettes. And you may think to yourself, how could somebody be blind or not smell the cigarettes? Well, believe me, this person had so much charm and charisma, always was fastidious, careful about smoking outside of her presence. By the time she had fallen in love with him, he and announced the smoking, she compromised everything because she did not want to be with a smoker. But it was that fast moving energy that captured her and took her out of her own well-being. Okay, so there's something here that's reminiscent with something in the past for you, and your red flags are important. Yes, okay, so you may be a person who has attracted player energy in the past. In fact, a lot of times people will ask me, why do I keep falling for people that are not good for me personally? It's fun, it's exciting. It really is. Cheating has excitement energy on it. When you've got the cortisol, the stress hormone that's coursing through because you don't want to get caught, it ramps up the sex hormones that are creating this incredible intimate experience with someone who's the wrong person. Why is that? It's almost a toxic cocktail of hormones that can pull you towards a player, but that's not lasting, and you don't want to give up your soul. You don't want to give up your essence to be with somebody. Never a good idea. So the red flags you're getting right now, it does feel like a fresh start to you. It feels, this energy is super juicy. Okay, so if you don't know who this person is, you can get ready to Okay, yeah, I lost my video for a second there. In your mind, you're going back and forth, and you're making yourself crazy. There's nobody here but you, right? But this red flag, you've been calling it a yellow flag. You're like, well, there's some things that are off about this person. Listen, there's a lot off about this person. Pay attention to the signs. Anything that pulls you into giving away yourself, I don't care how exciting it is, it's not a good idea, okay? And your last card here is the Sun. All right, this is really good news. Your ability to honor your red flags is going to bring you into the ideal relationship. Is this current person a true fresh start? Is this current person somebody that you can build with? The jury is out. You do need to be mindful and you need to hold tight to what's important for you. If there's something that you suspect or something you don't feel comfortable about your person, you need to find a way to ask them about it. And you know what? One thing that you can always say is, I might be wrong about this, but. So when you want to ask the person, I might be wrong about this, but it seems like you're playing pickleball a lot. And I might be wrong about this, but it seems the more time you spend playing pickleball, I'm just using that as an example, the less time there is with me. I might be wrong about this, but it feels like your friends are more important than our relationship. I might be wrong about this, but I feel like we're going too fast and I want to slow this down. Whatever you need to do, there's a chance that this person is good for you, okay? But you need to honor anything that disturbs you in order to create the sustainability, okay? Let me just grab my Avalon Magic deck, which I love. And let's pick a blessing for you, my dear pile one. There's a little work here for you, pile one, because you don't want to give yourself away until you are sure that this is who they say they are. Communication is incredibly important. Okay, let us draw your blessing, pile one. Okay. Okay, and we have this little rabbit. Interesting. Okay, rabbits are a sign of fertility and of prosperity. Also interesting. Remember to Mother Nature, reconnect to Mother Nature's world of plenty, and you shall receive a myriad of miracles. Yes, definitely. This is where I was just out in the woods. I actually have another itty bitty website or YouTube channel I'm starting called Into the Woods with Catherine, because I go into the woods as much as I can. I never worry in there. I just feel when I'm close to nature, I make my best choices for myself. So for sure, this is a call for you, pile one, to pause and really mindfully consider this connection. It does have potential, but you need to speak up for what's bothering you, okay? Thank you for coming to my party this morning, my tarot party, and we're gonna go on to pile number two. What is it the romance angels have for you? Whoops. Let's see, pile number two, we have free yourself. What is that, pile two? Do you have a sense of it already? Are you feeling entangled by something? Are you feeling stuck? Are you not getting what you're wanting? Have you been trying to manifest a partner? No matter what you do, you can't find one. Are you caught in your sense of wanting to be in control? It's time to take back control of your life. Have you created a system where other people are controlling you? Do you feel like you're caged in and that you're too big for the cage? Do you feel like you want to be bigger, brighter, more successful in your relationships? A part of you is calling for that freedom. So knock, knock, who's here? Let's draw some tarot. What is it about freeing yourself? I'm just gonna open my door, let some light in. And that will work until the doggies wanna bark and I might close it. All right, pile two, freeing yourself. What do we need to know? Okay, nice. This is a great card for a love reading. I particularly like this deck too because the Knight of Cups coming in with an offer. So you can pile two. It's so important that we create a gateway in this entrapment because someone is coming for you, pile two. Someone who is romantic. Love this. Look at the picnic is planned, love letters, service, kindness, gentleness, all kinds of things coming for you. I love, we have our Page of Wands right here, which look at this. This is the opposite. Wouldn't you agree? Here we have in a pen, how much freedom is in there. And here we have this incredible promise for the Page of Wands energy. The Page of Wands is a burst of energy. She has just graduated from the Ten of Wands, which is very burdensome. She's been carrying the past on her shoulders. She's been carrying the heartbreaks of the past. And it's gender doesn't matter. He or she is just an energy being turned on. But something has switched. Something has flipped. And now she's like, okay, I'm okay to step out of this. I can lay all of this down and walk out freely, which is the perfect energy. This is like blasts you out into your future love. Look at the circle being repeated. So what used to hold you is now going to be a portal or a doorway to what you're wanting when it comes to romance. Fantastic. I was really glad to see this card pop for you. Let's pull this one. Queen of Pentacles. Yes, yes, yes. Pile 2, you are being clearly directed to walk in the freedom you already have. Have you ever heard about elephants, how they can put a cuff, a metal cuff on the foot of an elephant and then tie it to a tree with a chain? And after a while, they can remove the chain because the elephant, simply by wearing the cuff on its leg, it believes it's trapped. All right, this is exactly what's going on for you. You are not trapped anymore. You may have been in your other relationships. They may have held you on a tight leash so you couldn't be yourself. But right now, that's not true anymore. You are radiating a sense of confidence. This shows me somebody who's done the work and really is letting go of past disappointment. What's happening for you next when it comes to your love life is that the path is being cleared for this new person to come through. Your next card, the Queen of Swords. I love this card coming up for you because in the past, let's just take a, whoops, sorry, I just want to point something out to you. See this cage here and see how this corral, this cage is totally capturing this unicorn. He can barely turn around in there. It's so small, okay? And then look over here. Here we have another cage. See, and this cage, again, the heart, the cups, there's no room to grow. All right, so what this shows me is that your wisdom right now, you have gone through some of your exes and your previous relationships and you've learned the lessons. You know how to keep a part of yourself for yourself. That will always be part of you, to be private and have your private emotions, but also to be the queen of what it is you're wanting. Look at how clear she is as she gazes out into the future. The wind is at her back. Okay, these two queens are showing tremendous appeal. Who doesn't want to be with a queen? The queen can be snarky and bossy sometimes when she's frustrated, but for the most part, there's a settledness and a deep confidence. This is you, Pile 2. You just need to believe it yourself. You need to believe that you have the power to make sure this future relationship is clear, that your communication is clear, and that you're freeing yourself of any illusions about what love is. Wonderful, wonderful. Let's take a look at our next card here for you. And the Seven of Wands. Look at here how these two faces are the same. They're closing their eyes and turning away. The future is over here. We don't know for sure what's happening in the future, but what we do know is as she stays centered in her own being, these closed eyes, do you meditate? Meditation is so helpful to help you check out of that busy mind that keeps you running in a circle. There are some wonderful meditations for attracting true love. You just put that into the YouTube search window and they'll come flying to your rescue. Let's take a look at our outcome card. 3 queens. Wow. Pile 2, I just have goosebumps running up and down my body. Some of you may be goosebumping with me. Look at these 3 queens. I don't know that I've ever seen them setting up in this particular spread in this way. All of them with their eyes closed. Your way to free yourself is to dive into your inner world. There's somebody online right now, it's High Frequency Guru. She does countless videos that are robotic affirmations. Be sure to pick one that resonates with you personally about love. I think you'll really enjoy feeding your spirit because a part of you is in deep. A part of you is ready for a partner like you've never been ready before. This Knight of Cups that's coming into your life, he doesn't know what he's in for. This is a one powerful woman. Now, again, gender doesn't matter. The queen energy is true whether you're male, female, or both. It's just this idea of maturity, maturity of relationship skills, acceptance of your current situation. We have the assuredness that your mind is straight right now and you're able to express yourself with wisdom and kindness, and your emotional development is exactly where you would want to be. You are open and available for love. So what a beautiful message. Pile 2, I'm so excited for you. I would definitely listen to this again and pick out anything special that sticks out at you personally. If you want a private reading about your love life, of course I'm here for you. You know that. But there's also many, many tarot readers, probably some in your own town, that would be able to bless you. Okay, so let's pull one of our Avalon Magic cards for you. Very interesting. Let's see what we have. The path isn't always a straight line. You come back to things that you thought you understood and see deeper truths. Absolutely. The reason is that you do need to have boundaries, parameters around yourself in a relationship. You can't blend your personality 100% with another personality. It's important that your own needs are met. However, the way you used to do it, where you were too tightly controlled, doesn't work for you anymore. But there are things you're going to discover, pile number 2. As you go forward and explore your new relationship, you're going to discover things about yourself that have always been true for you. Standing up for yourself in a relationship is something really worth working for. So pile 2, so excited for you. What a wonderful summer you have coming. Good grief. This is fabulous. So, thank you. Let me just quick grab the cards and we'll go move on to pile 3. Pile 3, I expected your pile to kind of have the biggest boost for attracting a soulmate because it's the attraction card. And so many people want to know, what's the formula? What do I need to do to attract new love into my life? Now, if you are a person who's had a little bit of disappointment in your love life, maybe a little bit of pain, you might want to pay attention to pile 1, because pile 1 had a message around exes and what we might call as failed relationships, although I would say nothing is a failure, okay? If you have had failed relationships, you're normal. The very first time you got a crush on someone probably happened well before you were 16 years old. The first time you felt some attraction to somebody, I'll guarantee it came at a time when you didn't know it. Most of us have sexual energy that starts to radiate from us way younger than we understand, and we can be misinterpreted. People can assume we're more mature than we are simply because of the radiance that we have around sexual attraction. So here, what we're seeing is we're at pile 3. We are looking for what it is that you can learn. What do the romance angels have for you when it comes to just attraction, period? You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. This is a real trick. If you watch Abraham Hicks, I love them, and they talk about something called the vortex, which is where your future love is. What do they mean by that? When you are completely relaxed and alert, you are magnetized to what it is that will bring you the most joy. Right now, you're curious and you want to have more love in your life. However, the more that you work toward it, the farther away it seems. So your lesson is about enjoying the moment for what's happening. And I know that's tricky. I can't wait to see how the cards guide us. How are we supposed to enjoy moments that don't have love when we're wanting it so much? How do we enjoy the present moment? And we have the Queen of Wands. Okay, So if we look at this, first of all, my favorite card, one of them, but truly a favorite, because this is on fire, in fuego. There's a part of you that is well equipped to bring in a soul satisfying love. Okay, you have access to attraction, pile 3. So if you've been thinking everybody finds it except me, you're wrong. You have the power it takes. Now, what is it right now that does light you up? What part of your life is going the best? What part of your life are you seeing connection? You're finding soul satisfaction. What part of your life has the most life in it right now? Because we have this longing, right? This is like opposite energy. This is when you are there's so much energy and you want to get involved in something. And this is the opposite. This is boredom. I'm tired of things being as they are. I need something else. My favorite part of this card is this little hand. Can you see the hand in the bottom? Reaching out a brand new cup to her. And her hand is almost touching it. But she's so busy looking at the past and looking at everything that used to be that she's not even aware that something's coming her way. She's certainly not connected to this fiery energy. What is it she needs to know? One thing I notice here is the greens are being repeated, and the green is the color of the heart chakra. So no question that there's a itch, there's a longing in the heart here for something new. And Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands, we love it. It is in the regular tarot deck. It looks like a wand, and it has it's a phallic symbol, it really is. And this art, it shows in the mind this burst of fire. So here we have the Queen of Wands coming down to the Ace of Wands, right? So it's down, it's stepping down. So this power is stepping herself down in humility to you, my dear pile 3, because you do want to feel attraction again. But you may have 3 people in your past that have disappointed you, and you're like, I just don't have it in me. Because if I start and it falls apart again, I don't have it in me. And I'm saying, yes, you do. Your fire is the same as it always was. And yes, you may have had some heartbreak. Welcome to being human. That's just part of humanizing, right? Humaning. We human ourselves along. I love that. And we do have disappointments in love, but you can't turn off your attraction. People are noticing you. You just need to deal with this part of you that is a little bit scared. Okay, let's pull our next card. Yes, King of Pentacles. So this card to me is what she's looking for. Okay, so this looks like what she is looking for is her King of Pentacles. Don't you agree? And so I think pile 3, I think pile 3, this is exactly what's going on for you. If you were guaranteed this King of Pentacles, somebody, and it doesn't have to be older, but somebody who's mature, that understand, they're confident with their money, they're confident with their career, they're confident with their life, so that they can add you to their life without owning you. They're a person, look at how the back is turned. This is like an ideal couple. They're not on top of each other. They're both enjoying their hobbies and their life. And when they come together at the end of the day, then they are fully engaged with one another. This is clearly a message of you needing to develop your own interests, my dear pile 3. Nobody wants to be somebody's everything. Write that down. Nobody wants to be somebody's everything. It's way too weighty. It'll weight down the relationship and it'll smother it, okay? So if you're wanting that King of Pentacles, you need to formulate some interest or hobby that you can dive into wholeheartedly. Have you taken painting classes? Did you used to play an instrument? What is it that brings you pleasure that's not connected to relationships? You need to find that, okay? Let's take a look at the next one, the High Priestess. So notice again, her eyes are closed, all right? So when I look up here at this person, hold it, I only have two hands. When I look at her, her eyes are closed also, right? And so I like that because it shows me that there's the desire for inner wisdom and inner guidance. Now look at this card, this High Priestess card with the light seers. Can you see that sometimes her eyes are open, sometimes her eyes are closed, depending on the view, depending on the perspective. I owned this deck for a while before I noticed that, and it kind of freaked me out. I was like, what? But the thing is about the High Priestess is that she does not speak. The High Priestess listens, and she communicates non-verbally. Okay, she communicates through your body. When you get a cringe, you know something's off, right? If your body turns on with sexual excitement, it's a physical feeling. It's in your body. So what we're doing here is you're being called to honor this silence. There's something about you that is captivating for sure. And your bubbly personality and your desire to talk and be social is awesome because it's part of what's going on for you. But the idea in a really good, clear relationship with another personality, embrace your silence. Embrace the silence that happens in a mature relationship. Embrace the silent part of you so that you can develop. You must develop your own gifts and your own talents, because otherwise boredom is going to climb into the center of any relationship. I can't express this strongly enough for you, pile 3. You need to get involved with something that brings you pleasure and delight that doesn't involve love. Some sort of interest, hobby, volunteering. Volunteering is a great way to do it. First of all, great people hang out when you volunteer. But if you even volunteered at a food kitchen or the animal shelter in your town, don't adopt more animals, but help people take care of things. You'll start to wake up a really good vibe in yourself. And your outcome card here is this beautiful 2 of Wands. We have the Ace and the 2. So definitely showing progress from the seed of an idea to a longing that wants to be expressed. We have a lot of fire in your reading, my dear pile 3. And right here, as I look at this call, this is a call for you. Look at how she's looking out the window. In a way, again, same energy as here, looking outside yourself, looking away from yourself to try to find an answer. The answer is within. And so find your passion. This is a good time for a private reading for you. You may think, there's nothing. I have no gifts. I have no talents. There's nothing for me to have fun right now. You're talking to somebody else, Catherine. Well, it could be that I am talking to the wrong person, or it could be you just need a few more cards drawn for yourself so that you can get yourself from this birthplace, from the birthplace of the idea of attracting new love to this energy, right? That's just like, boom, here I am, watch out world, okay? This is what we need to overcome the tendency to get bored, all right? So the big message is here to find that talent, that skill, the service, maybe volunteering somewhere. There is somewhere out there where you can find the connections you need to get the love that you're wanting. I just can't emphasize enough the importance of finding something outside yourself that to be passionate about, that your partner is not interested in. Okay, it's so cool to be able to have 2 personalities that come home in the middle of the day, whenever they do, and they can share with each other, what was your passion today? I have one friend whose husband is a magician, and it's so cool. He goes, she's not a magician, but when he comes home, he can share about who he met and what happened there, okay? So you do want to be able to develop that thing. What is it that's calling you? Isn't that a pretty card right there? I kind of feel like I want to pull her just because she landed on the top of the deck. This is your blessing, pile 3, and it's from my wonderful Avalon Magic deck, my new one. Okay, what is your blessing today, pile 3? Have faith in yourself and in higher powers. They lead you in dark times, even when you feel you've lost guidance. Okay? So, what we're going to see here is that you need to continue to have faith in yourself. And what are your talents and gifts that are not being used? Grab a piece of paper today, write down what are things that you used to do when you were young? What are things you used to do in school? Find at least 3 things that you used to do that you enjoyed and revisit those. So many people will argue with me and say, well, that's not going to get me love. And I'm like, you will be surprised how efficient it is to turn up your attraction. Passion is attractive. Passion. You can't be passionate about a person, an invisible person you haven't met yet, but you can practice the art of passion by getting involved in something that brings you pleasure. All right. So thank you guys so much for being with me again today. I love y'all. I miss you over the weekends. I've started to do only my lives Monday through Friday. But if there's a topic that you'd like me to cover, be sure to drop me a comment so that I can include it next time. And thank you for your time and your attention and your love. Go out today, find some human, look them in the eye, and without saying anything to them, think thoughts of connection. I'm really glad I'm seeing you today. You don't even need to say it, but when you meet eyes with people, you build a bridge to your next most wonderful relationship. All right? So go forth and prosper. Thank you very much. I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Whoop. My little 8. It's a figure 8 today instead of a heart. Got to use your imagination. Love y'all. Bye.